Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Chanchal Agarwal from Eastern Financiers, and as discussed, today we are going to talk about interesting investment ideas for your offshore portfolio. So let's get started. I'm going to talk about is oil. So excluding 2008, which of course had their ups and downs, the world has actually never seen a period where there is a supply crunch. Of course, you have these volatile periods where prices moved up and down because of a particular country restricting supplies, etc. But till now, we have never seen a situation where supply or production was an issue, typically for oil. Are we going to enter this era? I don't know. But maybe we are entering an era where oil supply or oil shortfall could be real. Now look at this, there is no real capex that has happened in this sector. So after the last rally, wherein all these oil producing countries did a lot of capex, so this rally, countries in Middle East or Russia or for that matter US has still not done any capex production, and I'll come back to US. From 2000 to 2010, oil was dominated largely by Middle East countries. But something significantly changed over the last decade. Over the last decade, US started with its shale manufacturing, which means US now has the oil base. US can manufacture and drill down its own oil, and US now was energy independent. And to do this, they have spent lots and lots of capex. The second part, which is influencing the price or the supply dynamics, is Russia-Ukraine. Now, Russia, as we know, is a global supplier of oil, and countries were heavily dependent on Russia. After the whole war and after the whole sanctions that happened, there was no supply that was coming out from that jurisdiction to other developed countries. So, part of developed countries were actually relying on oil from US. They were relying on US's strategic petroleum reserve. Now, what is strategic petroleum reserve? Incidentally, it's a reserve that is created, and apparently you pull out from that reserve. So, for example, if there's a war in which US is involved, and in those situations the supply chains are challenged, US would just withdraw oil from that reserve and be self-sufficient for this war. But was there a war happening in US? Not really. But just to control the prices and just to make sure that they answer back to Russia, they have been systematically withdrawing oil from this SPR reserve. So let me just put everything in perspective for you. There is no new capex happening in Middle East or such countries. Russia is now no more available, and US is withdrawing from its reserve. Like, look at the series of events that's happening. Now let me add more horror to the story. Historically, first half of any year is used to build oil reserve, and second half of the year is used to pull out from that reserve, because typically second half is supposed to be more colder. That's how you use the first half and second half of the year historically. But has the production been built up in the first half? Actually, no. This year, in 2022, the first half was not spent on building production. In fact, countries like US had to pull out from their reserve rather than building up that surplus production, which means second half is going to be very, very, very challenging for us, specifically for European countries which have winters approaching, and all they can do is pray that the winters are not that bad. If you are from the camp that believe that green energy is going to take time, of course nuclear by itself is going to take time, and from here the demand for oil is only going to increase exponentially, this ETF is for you. You can find an oil theme ETF called OIH on the global investing platform. So hope you like these ideas. And if you want to know more such interesting themes, stay tuned, do subscribe to our channel and visit www.easternfin.com to open your offshore trading account. Stay tuned.